Attaboy, Scott. There we go, Pizzerias.
Yeah, so this is definitely not your typical protest. Throwing pizza at a New York City hall to fight against regulations that businesses must make expensive changes to the use of coal and wood-burning ovens in the city. These regulations come from the city's Department of Environmental Protection. It requires the older pizzerias to upgrade their ovens so they are in compliance with 2016 standards. But pizzerias were forced to wait on making these changes because of the pandemic, according to CNN. Now, that grace period is potentially coming to an end later this month. Because of a bill that has now been proposed to exempt some of these pizzerias, and if it isn't clear if it will be passed, according to CBS News. We are now joined by that protester you saw throwing those pies, Scott Lobaido. Scott, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Scott, we know that this wasn't the first time you threw those pizzas.
No, this is the one that I got arrested for because the mayor sent 60 police officers to arrest me for actually littering with a biodegradable substance. I wasn't throwing cans or bottles. I have a lot of friends in the police department. I worship the police department. I fight for them every day because they're getting beaten down. These cops did not want to arrest me. That was the order of the mayor of New York City. Sent 60 police officers specifically to get me. But he tried to make me look foolish when it backfired on him. I'm probably the only person in the world that got arrested for littering. You know that Boston had their Tea Party. Remember that back in the day? Well, I held the New York Pizza Party. It is insane. We have crime, violent criminals, a cop, a good friend of this city was killed last week. People are getting slammed into hammers in subways. But this mayor and the politically corrupt woke agenda is worried about pizza. Pizza now is killing baby seals. The insanity is through the roof. And us New Yorkers, us true New Yorkers, have had it. Because New York City is nothing without pizza.
Yeah, you said it. New York is not anything without pizza. They definitely love their pizza in New York. You know, another question I have for you is this regulation of coal ovens. It makes you frustrated because you see the mom and pop possibly, potentially having to shut down. Is that the case, or make major expensive changes?
It's totally the case. These pizza oven regulations are now going to cost these pizzeria owners who have these brick oven pizzerias ovens $50,000 to $100,000. That's to redo, revamp up. Plus, you need an engineer. It needs to be regulated on a weekly, monthly basis. That is just another reason why this city is falling to zero. The city is collapsing because all the mom and pop businesses are being pushed out by these woke politicians. And I'm tired of blaming the politicians here. See, my job is to blame the real source, and that is the voters of this city who continually vote for the de Blasios, the Hochul's, the Mayor Adams, the city council members, the DAs, who are more concerned about pushing out the mom and pops, destroying what makes the city great, and not giving a damn about the murder and mayhem that is really destroying the city.
You know, I think it's pretty interesting because there you are throwing pizza, but it's also making some noise because I also read that Mayor Eric Adams, he wanted to meet with you. Has he met with you yet?
Nope. This was a year ago. He publicly stated that he would sit down with me as a community activist. This is one of many battles that I do for this city. I'm fourth-generation New Yorker, and I will fight to the death to save this city, and we are close to saving it. And he promised to meet me, and he never did. He's not the man he say he is. He's not the mayor he says he is. He is nothing but a destroyer of this once great city.
Scott, thank you so much for coming on the show. We're going to continue following this. Pretty interesting you're out there throwing pizza, but you know it is for a good cause.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.